Welcome to Extreme Desire. This week we're going to be on a youth cow hunt right here in Central Oregon with Danny and Alex Dean. Alex was the tag holder.
We actually came about this because both Randy and I are lifetime members of the NRA. Super important organization to support and keep our Second Amendment rights. And we auctioned off this youth cow hunt at our High Desert Friends of the NRA banquet. And Danny Dean, Alex's dad, was the lucky purchaser of this. So we put together what we thought was a pretty good program. Randy and I were going to donate the wall tent, the food for the week, taking the Alex on the hunt, and then editing this and making this into an episode.
And it's right at the end of the year, just a week before January 1st, the final week of the year, and we will have a great time, so let's get to it.
Well, as many of you, Randy and I are strong supporters of the NRA. So we do as much as we can, particularly on our local chapter, which is the High Desert chapter, Friends of the NRA. So what they wanted to do was they wanted to auction off a youth cow hunt, have Randy and I go along and film it and
basically
help guide, basically, yeah, and just give them an overall experience. And by the time we got done putting this together, we had, I think 5 days with a wall tent, all the food you could eat on this gorgeous ranch in Central Oregon, the Mobley Ranch. And we were going to be taking them and giving them the time of their life. And I hope you see as this goes along, I think we did that.
Yeah, and the lucky person that got the tag was Alex Dean.
Yep.
His father, Danny Dean, was the high bidder at the auction that night, and we told him we'd take him, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have a lot of fun. So,
plus raise money for the Friends of the NRA.
Yeah, right. They were great people.
It was a good time.
How old are you? 14. What are you going to try and do out here?
Kill a cow. Elk.
Glad you clarified.
Tell a story, Dad.
Yeah.
Tell a story.
Tell us the story of what's going to happen here, because your son is kind of bashful.
Well, now you're making me bashful. When it's him, it's okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, the great hunter thinks that he wants to go shoot a cow elk. And this is his opportunity. Because Randy and Candy were good enough to put this hunt together.
So this hunt is going to take place on the Mobley Ranch, and Mark and Ron Mobley I grew up with as a small child when I lived in Antelope, and I've known them since I was just this big, and they've always had a band and always had that beautiful ranch. In fact, our ranch is neighbored when we were growing up. So pretty good people, and it's a beautiful spot. But this time of year, this is, as Randy said earlier, the last week of the season, so it's the last week of December. And it was pretty bitter cold.
And windy.
Very windy.
Darn near blew the wall tent off a couple times, I tell you. And rained.
Yes.
And it snowed, and it did a little bit of everything. Well, this was the first morning of Alex's cow hunt here in Central Oregon. We had gale force winds all night long. And then gale force winds this morning for a little while. But the wind actually laid down, the rain just came, and we went out and hunted a few hours this morning and couldn't find the elk in those canyons. So we're going to talk to people that own this big ranch up here and learn a little bit more about the property and go check out some of their other canyons off and a little further away. So wait for them to show up and we'll go do some more scouting. See if we can't find them a cow to poke a hole in. Well, speaking of elk, there goes my phone.
Welcome to Extreme Desire, Western big game hunting. It's not always perfect, but it's always real. Proudly brought to you by Benchmade Knives, made in USA. Cabela's, world's foremost outfitters. Coast Products, professional tools for the outdoors. Hanwag Boots, outdoor footwear since 1921. and Kafaru International, Gear for Life. Free range public lands Western big game hunting. It's our extreme desire.